Hello.
Hi guys.
Yeah. Here we are. We're in our hotel room in a day off. Actually, we're in yours and yours hotel room. We've got two hotel rooms, so we're moving up in the world. But we're chilling out tonight. We've got a day off, and we are pre-recording this video chat, and we're going to put it out on the 6th, which, if you're watching this, would be today, the day of release of our second record, Bones.
I hope you bought it.
Yeah, hope you all bought it, and yeah, it's pretty good. So we're going to answer a bunch of questions. We got a shitload here, and I'm going to read them out from my phone in a really professional manner. So hopefully your questions here. So you ready to start? We good?
Yeah,
Feeling confident? We're feeling ready to answer these questions? Okay.
Alright, there we go.
Right, okay, so the first question is from Ellie Wallage. And also in advance, sorry if we mispronounced your name. We probably will do that a few times, won't we? But this one's easy enough. Ellie Wallage. And the question is, if you had more fans here, would you guys ever want to come to Israel? And then in brackets, she says, say yes, and I'll run out playing your songs to everybody I see.
Go ahead, get out, go for a run.
Get out and go
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Get out and go for a run. I think really anywhere that kind of we have anything approaching kind of a fan base, really we will always try and kind of go and play in those places, wouldn't we, really?
Yeah. It's great to play places that are completely different to the UK as well, you know. Like
Israel will be a bit different, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Don't they get camels over there?
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, they do.
It's a little different, isn't it?
Yeah. True.
I'd love to go to see some camels.
Yeah, it would be very cool. Like it's something that we never thought we'd get to play.
No, I can't say that Israel was really kind of one of those places that we thought we'd get to. But yeah, we'll go anywhere where there's a fan base. You know, we're kind of a relatively small DIY band, so money's always an issue. But we're trying to get out to everywhere where there's people that want to come and see us play.
So get us a gig out there. And get Sly Camel as well.
Yes, please.
Right.
Appreciate that a lot.
We're going to move on to another question, and this question is from Dale Free.
Hi, Dale.
Hello, Dale. And he says, alright guys, if you could choose any act in the world, who would you do a tour with? I would personally choose the Blue Man Group. That's him choosing that, not me.
Blue Man Group?
Yeah.
I'm more partial to the Stomp.
Stomp. John would choose Stomp. Okay. Any act in the world, who would you do a tour with?
Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais.
Just so I can see him.
Okay, well that would just be looking like, kind of like...
That's
looking
looking in the mirror.
Good.
So,
come on, you must admit it. You look a bit like it. I don't know, probably Green Day for me.
Great shout. Wouldn't have thought that, but good shout.
Yeah.
Green Day?
Yeah.
Well, Foo Fighters would be good.
Yeah, Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters would be good. I think Green Day, I'm probably going to go with that as well. I wouldn't have thought of it, but I think 30 Seconds to Mars would be pretty cool.
Nah.
No? Okay.
But they'd be tough for that because we don't know who would headline.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It might have to be a co-headline or something.
Yeah, maybe do some intimate shows.
Yeah, they can support us.
Yeah. So yeah, any of those bands would be good. They would, they'd all be good. Obviously, we're not going to be doing any of those anytime soon, but that would be nice. So thanks for your question there, Dale.
Thanks, Dale.
Sophie Breer. Hello, Sophie.
Hi, Sophie Breer.
For each of you, which is the most personal song on Bones, and why? There's also a second question, and I'm not going to ask that one. So we'll stay with the first one, which
I
is
want the second
each...
question.
I want to know what the second one is.
You won't be able to answer it, so it's pointless.
You guys do your
For each of us in the band, what is our favourite? So our personal song, I guess that's going to be my favourite song on the record. Starting with John.
Broadfields.
No, that's my favourite song.
Oh.
Not personal. Okay. I'd probably go with You Are Not, just because I get a nice sing at the end.
Yeah.
See, there's a little sing at the end of that one.
Yeah.
You are not a diamond. What yours,
I'm
mate?
gonna sing a little bit of that.
What yours, mate?
Probably Dearly Departed. I don't know.
For why? For which reasons? What are they?
I don't really know. Personal reasons.
No, but like,
I just really
why do
enjoy
you
it.
like that song?
I don't know, it's just a feel-good song, and I'm all about feel-good songs, so I like that.
Mine would be Lily Pride as well, because that was like the first song on this album that we actually wrote, and that was like the most exciting time, I think, when we wrote that, and we were like, this feels good. And I really like the song.
Yeah, that was
So that'd
good
be mine.
choice, that was exciting.
Mine would be You Are Not. As well. It's just really
Right,
nice.
Yeah, it's a nice song.
That's my reason.
Because it's really
It's
nice.
just a really nice song.
Yeah,
It's
I
great.
think I want to change it to You
And
Are
I've
Not.
always liked that song.
Okay, I'm probably going to go with I Was Born, I Lived, I Will Surely Die. That's my choice. I think it was kind of. I'm really proud of that song because I feel like it's something a little different for us structurally and all that kind of stuff. And sonically, I think it's kind of maybe our most, apart from Broadfields, our most kind of inventive song. Or probably Bones, just because I think it's maybe the best chorus that we've written, melodically speaking, and I think kind of it has a good atmosphere to it. And it actually, sometimes when you record a song, you I have no idea if that's not working.
I think it is.
It's like technical problem here. Here we go. We're all good.
Shoot.
I can't remember what.
Yeah, Bones is good.
Yeah,
as
Bones
well.
is good,
Yeah, they're
whatever.
all bloody good. Come on, guys.
Next question.
Not many being serious.
Okay, I'm not going to read that one. I don't like that question.
Just read all the bad ones.
Okay. From Chloe Jones. This is from Chloe Jones. So, hello, Chloe. And she says, in reference to a certain song of yours, over the past few years, what lessons have you learned by being in a band and experiencing all that you have that perhaps you wouldn't have had the opportunity to do otherwise? So, what lessons have you
I
learned?
realise that you're actually probably never going to earn money.
Yes,
That's definitely something.
that's something I think most bands have to come to terms with nowadays. And we definitely had that stomped out of us, didn't we?
Yeah.
What about you? What lessons have you learned?
You must have learned a lot of lessons.
I need to learn.
He knows a lot. That's,
He does
You know, we should just have fun.
yeah.
all the time.
Enjoy everything we're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
true. So,
I guess just do what you want to do, follow your dreams, and don't let anyone tell you what else you want to do.
that's very Misha V. I like that. It's empowering.
That's her influence.
John.
I concur.
Yeah,
He agrees, yeah.
Yes.
He's been well excited about doing this. Next.
Right. Okay. So, well, this is an interesting one. I don't know. This we might get some interesting answers to this one. Sorry if I mispronounce your name here. It's either Czech or Ketch. I think it's Czech. Czech Creed. And this is for all of us. What song best describes your personality?
What one of our
Yeah.
songs? Or?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to interpret that. You are not.
You know, I'm perfect just right here.
There you go.
Yes, but what song best describes your personality? And I'm gonna say that it has to be on the record
New record.
to keep it.
I can't remember any of the songs.
I'm
Let me check.
maybe I was born because I was born.
Well done, mate.
Crowning achievement.
Yeah, I was scared. You kind of taking my joke there.
Right, this is a pretty tough one. Okay.
What's the question?
What
It
song?
was,
What song
what
best
song
describes
best
your
describes
personality?
your personality? Probably learn my lesson from me, because I've never Do not. Yeah, exactly. I do try, but
Ours is brother in arms.
I think I was going to say
no.
I think size would maybe Brother in Arms.
Oh, okay.
I feel like
I
it
can deal
brings
with
that
Brother in
kind
Arms.
of vibe
Mine's
to the-
definitely everything ends. Pessimist, isn't it?
Oh,
I think that feels appropriate.
I'll set the interlude.
I love it. Oh, good choice.
I'll take
Okay.
the other interlude then.
You had yours.
What was
Yeah.
mine?
Because I was born. Because I was born.
Honest, isn't it?
I'll go with. I guess I'll go with Broadfields because it's obviously a song that's specific lyrically to growing up and stuff. So
The last lyrics are pain, blame, shame. So that's not much you. Shame.
shame. Yeah.
No shame. That should
No
be
shame.
all of
Yeah.
us. No shame.
Right, moving on.
Next,
I'm
come on.
not going to go for that one. No good things before that. What was your job before fame, John?
Fame.
Yeah.
I
List one or two. List a crappy job you've done.
stuck stickers on bits of metal in a factory all day. I
One
was
day.
a security guard.
You were a security guard.
Yeah.
Do you want to, can I come in?
I basically
Whatever.
just had to lift a chain off the ground and put it on a hook every like 5-10 minutes. Let it car in.
That is serious responsibility.
I ironed trousers at my dad's shop, which was a laugh. So I had to wear a stripy suit with a red tie. Looked wicked.
So,
I worked there for one day.
You did? Yeah.
Didn't ever want to do it again.
There are worse jobs in the world, but yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't you smash them up with lights and stuff? What was that? What was that?
Yeah, you worked at Carol's.
Yeah, didn't you smash all the lights, all this?
I used to work at a hardware store and turn up like 12 in a day or something.
I worked quite a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did work a lot. I had quite a
Yeah, you had a
responsible job,
good-
didn't I?
You did?
What did I do? I only worked there for 3 years. I went to uni and then worked for like a marketing company and sold data basically.
He had a real job, and then we dragged him down. Basically.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
Basically. Yeah.
And I've done loads of different things. Worked in shitty retail jobs. I used to work for the BBC. Worked in cafes and that kind of stuff. Yeah, selling companies, doing all kinds of shit. But you know, it's a little. The questions is probably maybe a little misleading because I don't think any of us would consider ourselves famous. It's a bit of an odd. Except for Ben. Ben was famous before the band. Okay, so moving on.
Next.
Jahana Khan. I think that's a cool name.
nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Best gig that all of you guys ever been to, starting from.
Been to.
Yeah, John. Well, after this one.
I can't think. Best gig I've ever been to. I think the first time we saw Blink after their hiatus.
And that was in
Pukkelpop in Belgium, yeah.
Really cool.
That
We
was
got like
cool.
VIP place to stand, like literally like 5 meters from the stage. And it was the first time we saw Travis with his like rotating drum kit and all that shit.
But it's cool just to see like a band that like we kind of grew up listening to and loving, and then like just being like meters away from them, just doing that stuff. It's really
You
cool.
did it really well as well.
Yeah, mine's probably Green Day. Back to Green Day again.
Wembley.
At Wembley Arena with Bouncing Souls supporting.
Yeah, that was unbelievable.
It was
That was a
really
long
good.
time ago.
I'm pretty sure I was jumping. I was in the seating area, like all the way at the back, and I was jumping up and down. I was so uncool. I still am.
Maybe AFI at Groves
That's a good shout.
Mm.
That's a good shout.
Mine would probably be, just for the funness, the AC/DC O2 Arena show
Yeah,
in
that was pretty cool.
and we got drunk with the guys in Top Gear afterwards. That was a bit of a special
Yeah,
gig.
that was a really cool.
Fun.
I should have spent that time when you were talking, thinking about what my answer was going to be. I'm going to say at the drive-in, at the Electric Ballroom. No, at the LA2 actually. Just because they were my favourite band in the world at the time. And, it was just an amazing electric gig. Either that or probably one of the shows I saw Tool at Brixton. They were kind of my favourite band for a long time. Maybe one of those ones for me. Moving on. Tessa Rashk. Best memory from Thailand. What was the best and the worst food you've ever eaten? And what was the best and worst food in Thailand? That's a couple of questions in there.
Yeah, right.
Cheating.
Best
So,
memory.
best memory from Thailand, and we'll start with
Not John.
not John. So we'll start
Me.
with me. Just because this is a bit odd. Best memory from Thailand for me. Probably when I was happiest when I finished tracking the vocals for Bones. And then that night we kind of all sat there in the studio. There was these couches along the back of the studio, so we would kind of like this, sit on these couches with our laptops or guitars or whatever, kind of just hanging out. And Dan would kind of be in front of us at the fucking mixing desk, and so these huge speakers in front of him, and we would listen to what we'd done that day. And I'd just done Bones. I just finished vocals for Bones, and we kind of sat back and had some drinks and listened to it, and it felt really good. It sounded like, you know, we were really happy that it sounded. And that was really exciting because those little moments were what made me feel like the record was really starting to come together. So that was a big one for me. What about you?
I'd say the night that we were recording something for the Kerrang cover CD, it's a Nirvana song. Ben and Si were just too bad to play anything.
Couldn't even play the simplest of chords.
We've got some video chords.
It's got a video, but we're not going to show anyone.
No,
It just doesn't make anyone
doesn't
look good.
make us look
Not really, no.
But it was fucking
It
hilarious.
is great memory.
Yeah, really good.
My one would probably
Maybe not for
be...
Tim,
No.
but for others.
So many. Maybe one day we had a little scooter. Granted, it was a pink scooter with flowers on it. Maybe I liked it. And I then just took it out. Yeah, I took it out and just drove on the beach one day and put on an album. And I just realised that I'm in Thailand. And I was like, wow. And then that been really special. I must have looked like an idiot with the wind blowing up like that and the pink scooter out. But yeah,
It's a good memory.
it was nice.
Probably on the way to a restaurant, like one night we went out. So we
great
had,
shout.
we had we went for a couple of drinks, and we just randomly asked one of the guys that worked there if we could get a lift in his pickup truck because it just looked so cool. So basically, we just went to a restaurant in like a pickup truck, and I don't know, it just seemed so cool at the time. Kind of looking around, like realising we were in Thailand in a pickup truck, and
It was
your
a
mates,
night, wasn't it? And
awesome,
we
yeah.
were zooming along, and there was just a really great kind of feeling.
It was awesome.
Yeah. And there's actually, I think, a little clip of that in
Brother in
Brother in
Arms,
Arms.
there is,
Yeah.
yeah. The really
Yeah,
quick one.
We did it a few times, but there is a clip. Of
Yeah. John, you enjoying a bit?
Yeah.
What's that song you did?
Him butt naked, scaring the staff.
oh yeah, I just couldn't help myself really.
No, that was one of the best.
Is
Brilliant.
she was very scared, wasn't she? She didn't know. She didn't know what to do. She just ran away.
Yeah.
She did. She
That
locked
was
herself in a
starting
room.
naked.
I thought she'd be used to uncooked prawns.
Referee.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Swiftly.
Okay, so wasn't it?
Such a lovely
There
visual.
were more, yeah, but I wasn't, I'm not sure how many. How many more we got? A lot more questions to go. So we're going to move on. We've got one out.
Well, just quickly, the worst food was the fried crickets and the other fried grub thing.
I thought they were actually quite nice.
No, there's the crickets
Much
were
more
nice.
disgusting.
It's the silk
Durian was the worst.
Oh, durian,
durian.
yeah, the fruit out there smells weird
Smells like
and it's
shit.
horrible, so that was
It smells like warm rubbish.
Yeah, there's a fruit called durian that
Tastes like it,
smells so bad. They have signs everywhere. You're not allowed to bring it into kind of public
Well,
places.
What
all
about
that
the
kind of
lady
thing.
eating a bag of noses at the football game?
Oh,
the bag of noses.
actual noses.
I tried one of
That's
them at the
disgusting,
market.
isn't it?
Yeah, we went to see Chelsea play. It was a
It's
tile
like the
stars.
tile stuff,
Yeah.
yeah.
And there's this like old Thai lady just eating what looked like a bag of noses, and she was giggling away, and we were like,
She only laughed when
"This
people
just
got
is
injured.
weird." Yeah, she did.
We think she might have been a witch, I think.
Yeah, and then I tried one of those noses at the market. It's just like a fruit that I've never heard of before, but it was rank.
It
It
had
was disgusting.
nostrils.
It just wasn't cool. Pretty much, yeah. Spotty and.
Oh, right, next.
Okay, next question to each of us individually. Who? This is from Willie Partridge. Who is your number one inspiration, and who or what got you into music in the first place? Starting with Fraser.
You got screwed over there.
Each. What's your number one inspiration, and who or what got you into music in the first place?
Number one inspiration.
Yeah, so as a musician.
That's amazing.
Come back to it.
It's a hard one, isn't it?
My one would probably be, drumming wise, probably Taylor Hawkins. I've always been a massive Foo Fighters fan, and growing up, I kind of just idolised him a lot. And it really got me going with the drums. He's just sitting in my room playing along to Foo Fighters every day on the drums. Obviously, not as well.
Mine would probably be Michael Jackson,
Oh,
just because
yes.
it's the earliest.
Like me as well, yeah. So that's good thing.
Yeah, it was the earliest kind of music that I can remember listening to at my own free will, as opposed to my mum and my brother or whatever. I remember when I was about 11, and again it comes back to Green Day and stuff like that. But I was listening to Metallica, Green Day, Nirvana, Foo Fighters, and placebo as well, and then really nothing else. And then those 5 bands, you know, whether it was because I was 11 and really started to kind of develop my music taste on my own or what, but they were really kind of really inspirational for me, and kind of, you know, got me thinking about kind of music as a band and a thing as opposed to just kind of, you know, like for example, Michael Jackson just being an artist on his own or whatever. You know.
I just thought it was really cool. Like he's an absolute.
It was kind of an icon.
Yeah, it's an absolute icon, and like it's just his music and everything else that kind of good. It was nothing else like it really.
Yeah, tickets to play as well.
Yeah,
We did.
Good show.
but then I used to play to like I used to listen to like Michael Jackson stuff, but then I used to when I was practicing like bass, I used to just put on like Green Day or something. I think I listened to playing Green Day quite a lot. But yeah, Green Day is obviously a massive inspiration to me personally. But I used to like learn by putting the CD on and just playing like Mike Dirnt's bass riffs and stuff like that. Yeah.
Your biggest musical inspiration. I mean, we're all kids of the 80s, aren't we? So I guess that's kind of inevitable, isn't it? He was the biggest, well, one of the biggest artists of the time, but definitely I'd say the biggest artist of the time, really. So yeah, I guess it's my
MJ.
Right. Okay. Moving on. There's a lot of questions about jobs actually, which is quite strange. Not actually about potatoes. We're not going to answer that one. We're going to answer for £1 million. What would you rather do? Sell a kidney, eat kangaroo balls, or become a male hooker?
I think I'll do all three.
No.
All three. Like £1 million is quite a lot. I mean.
Yeah, but you don't.
You only have to do one.
It's a lot of money. Some of them
Oh.
do. You only live
In
once.
for a penny, in for a pound.
It depends who you're male hooker to, you know.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
We just like you've got to just be like a real bottom of the barrel. Like,
Bottom
I'll
of the
eat the balls.
corner.
I'll eat the balls. I wouldn't get good kidney. I can't answer that.
I'd sell a kidney for £1 million.
Oh yeah.
And you
Oh,
wouldn't
I'd do all of
eat. You
them.
wouldn't eat the balls though.
Oh,
Yeah,
for £1 million, I'd
yeah.
probably rather eat the kangaroo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd like to eat balls, please.
Quoted.
Again.
Oh. Been there, done that.
The secret's out.
Moving on.
Back to the no shame bit.
Okay. Beth Holland says, "Hey guys, when you've taken over the world and get all big and famous,
Oh, I like her.
will you do what so many bands have done and change your style to fit the mainstream idea of music?"
We're not mainstream.
Yeah,
To change anything.
we just.
I know what she means, and I don't think
Yeah.
we would. We wouldn't
Yeah.
sell ourselves to be different. We just
What?
write music on the right. Yeah.
Fundamentally, we're not like, you know, it's not really like the music we're writing is so left of the mainstream that it's kind of really out there and weird and obtuse anyway. We're kind of just writing fairly direct.
We just
melodic rock. You know.
Just write what we're happy with playing and what we're happy with and what we think is cool.
Yeah, I do think it's interesting though because, you know, I think as a band you do want to evolve and change and grow, and you don't want to kind of necessarily reinvent yourself as a band, but you want to keep it interesting. I mean, can't speak for everyone else, but I don't enjoy hearing bands write the same record again. You know, like I think it's good for bands to move on and write songs that sound different and have songs that sound unlike songs on the previous record, because I think that for me as a listener, that's how I stay interested. And I really wanted to make sure that was the case with this second record, and I think we've done that. So yeah, that was a good question.
Good question, yeah.
Well done, Ben. Let's move on to from Erica Jordan. If you became stranded in the middle of nowhere and had no way of contacting anybody, had no food, and had to resort to eating a member of the band,
We've had this conversation.
who would it be and why? Now,
We've had this conversation.
Well, you wouldn't go hungry with me, would you? Plenty of meat.
I think it's a tough question. I mean, I think it would.
I wouldn't go for phrase. I think it'd be
No,
tasty,
it's not.
but it's like wings, you know. You taste it.
It's like a rib.
Not really worth it.
Yeah.
Well, but it's lovely. It's almost like sirloin steak as opposed to a rump. What you get, it's not
That's
as
something
much.
you get in an expensive restaurant.
Yeah.
So
you
was
get
this
like
question
scallops
asked
or
what
something.
individually? Or
No,
It's all
no,
about
it's-
the butter for me. So whoever's got the biggest butter. Yeah.
Is
That's what they did in that film Alive.
Oh
You
yeah,
started eating the
it's frozen, wasn't
Slicing
it?
off bits of butter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Broken
so-
glass.
yeah, exactly.
I think it was a thigh or something.
Who's Tyler? This is the question, you know.
Right, breast.
Well, Ben's
Well,
got
Ben's
that.
got a
I
couple
think I can do a
Nice, yeah, nice, tasty.
Do we have any sauce or anything?
Yeah,
I'm
what the condiment
assuming, I'm
situation?
assuming this is in some kind of
Is that Tabasco?
life or death
I'd eat
situation.
anything with Tabasco on it. To be honest.
Well, yeah, that's we're all
Good old penis and balls, but the Tabasco one is all good.
Quite.
Okay,
It's getting
yeah, it's getting a bit
Next.
blue.
hand.
Next, we haven't really answered that question. Should we just
Oh,
move on
right.
anyway? Yeah.
We kind of did. Ben's breast.
Okay. Which song are you most proud of writing and why? So that's from Laura Bullock. That's kind of similar, but we'll go with it anyway. Which song are you most proud of writing and why? Broadfields for you.
Yeah, I agree. That was mine as well.
Had you played that riff before we were in the Red Bull Studios?
No,
Not too
I
much.
was just really hungover.
Just came out naturally. That's what happens when John writes it. It comes out naturally. It's easy.
Yeah.
It's just awesome. Straight away. I'd probably say Dilly, but not all of this. Like as an overall.
That's the one you're most proud of.
Yeah, I think so.
Ben?
Either that or Broadfields. Do that or Broadfields.
Or you on.
Oh, it's a nice song.
We had a real vision for you on that, though, didn't we? Do you remember we had that?
We had so many different versions, and that was definitely one when it came together. It was like, yeah, because we all knew it would be
There was
something.
something about it.
So you pretty much just had your riff and it was written.
For me, it's probably.
TikTok.
I'm
push it better.
yeah, push it better.
Push it.
I'm gonna go for Broadfields. Yeah, I like Broadfields. I think that's probably, in my opinion, that's like the coolest song. Okay, from Elena Skalmowska. How many songs have you written during your stay in Thailand? How many songs did we write during our stay in Thailand? Third revision we got there. So how many songs? We went over with most of the rest of it.
I'd say
3.
But we had like the. We didn't
Headlights,
write. We didn't
Towers.
fully write any.
And everything ends with we did the most of it.
Yeah, Broadfields was pretty not there.
Most
Yeah,
just
we
like
purposely-
most of it was written with it. Before
Yeah.
and then
I'd say maybe like 70 or 80% of the record was written completely before we got there, and then there was kind of 3 or 4 songs that were left quite open-ended, so we could kind of jam the
Yeah,
ideas
you know.
and try something different, really. And that's where Dan came in as well. Like having a producer that you have a really great friendship with, as we do with Dan, it's cool because you know you trust his input, and that's really important because you get a different perspective. So, yeah. From Jen Bassett, do you prefer smaller gigs or bigger ones?
I think vibe-wise for me, smaller ones are just so great when it's going off and it's around the room and everyone's going crazy. Like they're always the ones who really seem to have more fun out of it.
I think like whether it's a small show or a big show, I think both like have like different. They can both be like really awesome, but offer different things. Small shows are always cool because they're intimate.
I like small ones or large ones. Medium ones can get fucked up.
Yeah, either really big or really small. Nice.
yeah.
What would you consider a middle size, like venue-wise?
Well, it changes every time. A big one for us.
I think
It's
the
like-
better ones. I think the better ones are the
Last
ones where
year,
it's
big
really
orders,
packed
I
out.
think.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can get like a medium-sized like show and like it's still not packed out.
I'd
is it?
rather a sold out
It's all about
300
full
cap
show,
than 1,000 cap and only 700 people.
Yeah, I
You know?
agree. with
Yeah.
that.
You
I
want it to be
agree.
filled.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I
Whatever
think
room it is.
Because that seems to be what creates the atmosphere. I think it's about like having an anticipation in the air and the kind of an energy and an atmosphere.
And if it's a huge show, then it's just clearly awesome.
Yeah. I think they have different qualities for sure. I really enjoy small, sweaty shows. I mean, this whole club tour that we're doing at the moment is all around that idea, really. You know, it's all small shows that are kind of hectic and hopefully hectic and sweaty and stuff. That's really great fun. I do hope we get to play, you know, we can get back to a place and play bigger rooms again later this year, because that is an amazing experience as well. That's a really obvious visual measurement of progressing as a band, you know, playing and looking out at bigger rooms. But really, however big or small the room is, if the crowd are going off, that's kind of the only thing that matters, isn't it, really? Right, I think that was a good question.
So I'll answer one more and then we're all good?
Yeah, we'll answer another question. From Peter McLovin Brown.
McLovin.
I'm going to assume McLovin's not your real middle name. How do you feel recording the album in Thailand affected its overall sound? Do you think that if you had produced a similar, or do you think you would have produced a similar sounding album if you had recorded it back in Britain? And do you hope to travel abroad again for the third album? So that's a bit of a layered question, so let's break it down. How do you feel recording the album in Thailand affected its overall sound? Would it have been the same if we did it?
I think it was correct on the question.
I think if we did it in the same place.
I think the slower songs, like the ones we kind of half wrote in Thailand, like intentionally, would never come out as good as they have.
No, because that was very much a product of the atmosphere of the place, wasn't it?
And it's just really stress-free Thailand, wasn't it? And it's such a relaxed atmosphere that it really rubbed off on us and made the whole process a lot easier.
Yeah, I definitely think it's made a big difference, and I'd love to do it again there or somewhere similar.
I think it did have a huge effect. You know, I think if we'd done it in London in the studio that we did the first one, there would have been all the baggage, you know, walking back into that room that we spent so many weeks in before, and the pressure and stuff. I don't think it would have worked out anywhere near as well, would it? But going to Thailand was like a massive part of, I think, one of the main reasons the album is the way that it is. So I'm really happy with that. And I think going abroad is I think it's actually, if you can do it, it's a really amazing way to record, because it's inspiring.
There's no, like, you don't have to worry about anything, you're completely middle of nowhere, and it's like, you just feel like you're there.
You focus on what you're doing, which is really good. And I think it makes you feel like you're in a band that, you know, it allows you to get into that headspace of just be, because recording an album is quite a self-indulgent experience, you know, you're like 6 weeks kind of discussing and deliberating and having opinions on something that in the context of the real everyday world is quite trivial, you know, people will be recording an album, people are still getting up and going to work and coming home and taking care of their kids and whatever, and, you know, we're kind of getting on planes and playing gigs and stuff. So I think when you're away from the real world, it is actually quite, you kind of live out the fantasy of being in a successful band a little more, don't you?
Yeah.
So I think and hope that we can do another record overseas. I'd love to do it in the States.
Yeah.
Personally, that would be a real dream come true for me. But we shall see. So listen, I think we're getting on for like 35 minutes, something like that. So we're going to wrap it up. I hope we've answered some of your questions and enjoyed it. The record is now out if you're watching this on Monday the 6th. So please pick it up. It's available from iTunes, Amazon, record stores. There should be little big ones.
Yeah, like go to an indie store.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. In fact, I think at the moment Banquet Records are doing the record for like $6.99. It's really cheap. So you know, support independent record stores if you can. But any way you can, grab the record, get your hands on it, and if you still can, if there's still time, come down to one of the shows on the Bare Bones Club Tour, or come and see us with Enter Shikari next month. We'll hopefully see you a little later in the year. Thanks for watching. Good night. See ya.
Thanks, guys.
You're going to do the rap?
Oh, ruined it. Bye.